Okay, good day learners. Welcome sa ating channel, Sir Lopez Vlog. And in today's video, we are going to have again another activity, that is our quiz on Rule 117 to Rule 120. Be careful in answering these questions kasi may mga tanong na 2 points at saka 3 points. Okay, so let's start. Question number 1. Yan, for question number 1, X was charged with prostrated homicide. There was nothing indicate that the victim was going to die. X was arraigned. Before trial, the victim died. Can X be charged with homicide? Letter A, if the death of the victim can be traced to the acts of X and the victim didn't contribute to his death with his negligence, X can be charged with homicide. Letter B, if the act of X wasn't the proximate cause of death, he can be charged with homicide. Okay? Which among the two, A or B, is the correct answer? Number 2, X was charged with murder and was acquitted. Can the prosecution appeal the acquittal? Letter A, no. The prosecution cannot appeal the acquittal since it would place the accused in double jeopardy. Letter B, if the decision of acquittal was erroneous, the prosecution can appeal the decision. Number 3, X was charged with rape. X moved to dismiss on the ground that the complaint was insufficient because it did not allege lewd design. The court dismissed the case. Later, another case for rape was filed against X. Can X invoke double jeopardy? Letter A, no. X is stopped from claiming that he could have been convicted under the first complaint. Letter B, yes. Under the rule on double jeopardy, when a person is charged with an offense and the case is terminated, either by conviction or acquittal or in any other manner without the consent of the accused, the latter cannot again be charged with the same or identical offense. Double jeopardy applies in this case. Number 4, X was charged with theft. During trial, the evidence showed that the offense committed was actually estafa. What should the judge do? Letter A, the judge should order the substitution of the complaint for theft with a new one charging estafa. Letter B, the judge should order the filing of motion to quash and dismiss the accused. Number 5, distinguish acquittal and dismissal. Which of the following is correct? Letter A, dismissal is a discharge after trial or an attempt to have one upon the merit. It is always on the merits. The accused is dismissed because the evidence doesn't show his guilt beyond reasonable doubt. Letter B, acquittal is when the case is terminated, otherwise upon the merit thereof. Letter C, dismissal is based on the allegation that the court has no jurisdiction either upon the subject matter or the territory, or that the complaint or information is not valid or sufficient, or upon any ground that doesn't decide the merits of the issue, and or as to whether the accused is or isn't guilty of the offense charged. Letter D, acquittal is based on grounds that doesn't decide the merits of the issue as to whether the accused is or isn't guilty of the offense charged. Yeah. Okay? A, B, C, or D. Which one is the correct answer? Number 6. Plea bargaining, stipulation of facts, marking of identification of evidence of the parties, waiver of objection to admissibility of evidence. These are going to consider in letter A, trial, letter B, judgment, letter C, arraignment, or letter D, pre-trial. Number 7. How long should the trial last? Letter A, 365 days. Letter B, 180 days. Letter C, 3 years. Or letter D, 10 years. Number 8. The adjudication by the court that the accused is guilty or not guilty of the offense charged and the imposition on him of the proper penalty and civil liability, if any. Letter A, trial. Letter B, judgment. Letter C, arraignment. Or letter D, pre-trial. Number 9. If the accused fails to attend the promulgation of judgment, even if he was notified thereof, or if he jumped bail or escaped from prison, judgment may be validly promulgated in absentia. Letter A, true. Letter B, false. Number 10. X installed the jumper cable which allowed him to reduce his electricity bill. He was prosecuted and subsequently convicted for a municipal ordinance against unauthorized installation of a device, Can he still be prosecuted for theft? Okay. Can he still be prosecuted for theft? Letter A, no. Under the second type of jeopardy, when an act is punished by law and an ordinance, conviction or acquittal under one will bar a prosecution under the other. Letter B, yes, because theft is totally different from the case filed in the ordinance. Ayan. Okay. So, 10 katanungan lamang ang ating inanda. Submit your answer using the link na nandito sa ating description box. Okay, para sa ating mga visitors, key answers will be posted right after this. Okay? Have a nice day.